Take a look at the keyboard in front of you right now. The layout you use every single day seems completely random. But why aren't these letters arranged in alphabetical order, just like you learned as a child? The truth might surprise you. The very first keyboards were actually in alphabetical order. When the American inventor Christopher Scholes built his typewriter back in 1868, he placed the letters in their natural order from A to Z. The design looked a lot like piano keys, making it simple and intuitive for anyone sitting down for the first time. However, this simple logical layout carried a fatal engineering flaw, one that made the typewriter completely unable to keep up with the speed of human hands. So, what actually went wrong? To understand this flaw, we have to look at what happens inside an old typewriter. Every time you press a key, a small metal arm rises to strike an ink ribbon and print the letter onto the paper. In the English language, certain letters are frequently paired together in words like T and H or S and T. In the old alphabetical layout, these common letter pairs were placed very close to each other. As a result, when someone typed quickly, neighboring metal arms would rise at almost the exact same time, crashing into each other in the middle and jamming. Typists had to constantly stop and untangle the mess by hand, making the process painfully slow and frustrating. That is when Scholes realized he needed to completely change the game. Scholes' solution wasn't to speed up the machine, but to deliberately slow down human hands. He redistributed the letters, breaking up the most common pairs and scattering them across the board. Separating these letters gave the metal arms enough time to fall back into place before the next one rose. And so, in 1873, the QWERTY layout was born. Not to make typing faster, but to keep the machine from breaking down while typing. Mechanical fixes weren't the only reason, though. At the time, telegraph operators were the primary users of typewriters, transcribing Morse code in real time. Because certain Morse signals sounded very similar, these operators requested specific key repositionings, like moving Z and S, to make typing easier while listening. There was also a clever marketing trick built right into this layout. If you look at the top row of your keyboard, you'll notice you can spell the entire word typewriter using only that single row. This was intentionally designed so traveling salespeople could rapidly type the product's name and impress potential buyers during sales demonstrations. When the Remington Company bought this design and began mass producing it, they trained millions of people to type using the QWERTY layout. Over the decades, this pattern became deeply ingrained in human muscle memory, turning it into an industry standard that was easy to sell and nearly impossible to change. When computers and smartphones arrived, the metal arms and mechanical jams completely disappeared. We could have easily returned to alphabetical order or adopted faster, more efficient layouts like Dvorak. But the massive cost of retraining billions of people made that change impossible. And so, we are still using a 150-year-old engineering fix designed to prevent a mechanical traffic jam that no longer exists. If you're curious to decode more secrets behind these everyday phenomena, you've come to the right place. This is the ultimate channel for that.